Hey, this is Monica Mo Justice. Good evening and welcome to Circle of Influence. I'm your host, Monica Mo Justice, and I got the co-host, the influencers. So it'd be nice to see who's influencing whom. Um, the influencers. So hey San Francis, hey Black Diamonds, Black Diamonds, what you got? You gotta you definitely got your subscribe button on. Happy Independence Day. We're independent. We make our own money. Don't tell us how to spend it. You need me. I gotta get the rest of the lyrics. I don't need you. I think if I heard the beat, then I'd be like, okay. So tonight's topic is based on the article that I read in Essence magazine. And let me find the article. I believe the title is A Man's Place. I don't know. You tell me. It's still hot as heck. Hey, happy Independence Day, San Francis. I know I don't have to tell y'all to hit the like or take a hike. Yo, these things are crazy. Want to segue into it and talk about how I spent my day? You could chime right in and tell me how you spent your day. But I spent my day trying. This is like a broken freaking story. I feel like I'm in Groundhog Day. Like the shit is just gonna repeat itself. So I went everywhere looking for, hey, Giggle Seeds, long time no see. Welcome back. Hit the like or take a hike. Oh boy, DC. I'll start since DC's in the chat. Let me just start with his behind pocket bucket self. See, I said, let me watch the video and see how he loved me. So why are you instigating crap? Please explain to me how one is supposed to process that video. I'll wait. This is why there's never a dull moment on K Street. But this is what I will say. Hey, Ty. Nothing can stop her. She's all the way up. Okay, listen. The undertones there is crazy, crazy, crazy. So I'm just going to put it out there on what it all needs to be put on. I don't have no beef with any women around here on the YouTube streets. I don't have. Well, let me go check that. I don't have any women blocked on my chat because I'm just responding to videos that I'm seeing out here. I have long unsubscribed to a whole group of women here on the YouTube streets because of how they roll. Okay, but it doesn't mean. And I have a whole video about getting rid of bad karma. And then I looked at again the structure of YouTube, and I was like, it's not even worth it. You could say subscribe to somebody and just fucking turn off the bell and you don't have to get their notifications, but you'll still see their ratchet shit. It'll come up inside your feed, and then you get a good laugh every now and again, because a lot of this shit is funny. Don't y'all want to laugh? I love to laugh, so I get my laugh on. But stop trying to get me to bait you. I don't have anything against you. I don't like or dislike anything about you. Whatever the skirmish was that made me turn the other cheek, that's just it. And I don't, what have you the most, whatever, and that's it. The owner of the ringtone, and if someone in the chat asks me to explain myself further, I'm gonna time you out. So now you've been warned ahead of time. So don't come in here, whatever the hell, can't remember your name right now, but you come in here just questions later and then be like, who did I do that? Sound like Steve Urkel. Pissing me off. I don't want to be pissed off today. So I'm just going to say this one last time. The ringtone, I thought it's funny. If you have that shit playing all day long and that's your preference, rock hard for you. It's not my preference. I'm entitled to my own opinion, but not my own facts. And I tell you folks that all the time. 15 watching, hit the like or take a hike. It's simple. We are showing people we're the stars. That video is kind of like it's dangling out there in front of people, but I can't. You your own channel. I can't tell you what to do, and that's it. So I will tell y'all that somebody pulled up in here, and I ain't like what she said, and just like anybody else that pulls up in here, if I don't like what you say, this is my shiz. I block you. I block the statement. I block whatever it is. So, whatever the options are, what are the freaking options? It says remove, whatever. So let me correct myself. I didn't block anybody. I timed them out. Now, if you can't wait 600 seconds to get your thoughts together, oh well. And that's it. I don't have super identities. I'm not going in people's stuff. I don't go visit your lives. I do watch your replays if I feel like it, because that's my prerogative. I can do what I want to do, baby. It's my prerogative. And that's it. And I exercise my prerogative every day. And that's it. And I wish y'all would smell the coffee. And I'll say it one more time. I think the video says it. The words speak for itself. If I had any beef with somebody, you would know about it, because I make it clear and distinct. And that's it. So I really don't. So there's no reason if you saw me someplace else to even say anything, because you haven't been saying anything. So why say something now? And since you're not blocked, you're always welcome to whatever you do. But I really don't think it's that serious. And I think if you look back and reflect on it, you'll not think it's that serious. And just move on. He said, did you not like it? Like he's gonna, so this guy right here, clever here. He's like, so I you know what it is, Daryl? I don't know what your mission is. So I'm gonna leave you to your own devices. If this will prevent you from messing around with other people around here and getting yourself in more YouTube drama, if this is your way to get out of that drama, as long as you're not creating some more drama somewhere, do you. But You know, God find peace. You know what they saying of the but I'll keep it. Oh my god, I hate to see what your other one is like, because you definitely got the post of situations. That's all I'm gonna say. But something, so I had a good friend. I don't know if I ever told y'all this story, but when I was like 19, my best friend from elementary school had a baby, and I'm his godmother. And we went to a baby shower for her brother's baby mama, who also went to school with us. And there was some beef going on between the women. So the girl that had the baby shower, which would be my friend's sister-in-law, but that would be her nephew that she was giving birth to, had girls attending the baby shower that were now sleeping with my good friend, my best friend's baby daddy. So that was some bullshit. But my friend's mother was going away the weekend of the baby shower. So she made me promise that I would do peace be still. She said, go to the thing and peace be still. And I said to her, whatever fight break out, she said, mind to keep your hands to yourself while at the baby shower. So I said, I will not fight while at the baby shower. I promised her with everything. And she just, went to the baby shower. My big mouth friend, mouthing the girls. Like, we go to leave, we getting in the car, and there's a big car scene, want to be a fight. So I'm up there, I'm big mouth too. I'm like, well, ain't nobody touching nobody, and blah, 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 blah. She getting inside the car, and whoever touched her gonna have to go through me. The fattest bitch in the crew slapped the shit out of me. When I say slap the shit out of me, I had to blink think. Did y'all hear me? I said I had to blink think about it. Lord, I did nothing but pushed my godson inside the car, looked at my friend dead in her face. She popped her ass in that car so quick. We rode in silence. She's like, are you okay, Monica? Monica, you okay? Mimi, everything all right? Man, soon as we rolled up in her house, I was sending beeper messages. I had to round up the girls because we was going back. Man, baby shower was shut down. They was trying to get people out of there quick. We went back. We handled our business as they exited the baby shower, because I was no longer attending the baby shower, right? So I kept my word. But it's just like, so sometimes I just feel like, yeah, I took a smack. Whenever we get together, we talk about that smack. You can hear that smack ringing for days. Like that shit was serious. I had to sit in the car like this. But that was a good smack. I was like, if you ever get a good first hit out, that was a smack of my good life. And I'll never forget that. But I held up my promise. I took a big boom. Yeah, so I took a loss with the smack, but we came back. We set it off. I rode up there with the girls in the car. When we jumped out, we didn't give a fuck who we was jumping out on. I didn't even care. I was like, I don't give a fuck if she smacked me or not. Whoever comes down them steps, and we waited, and it was just like, because this is This is not in Southside. So this is, I grew up in Springfield Gardens. So it was in Springfield Gardens. So it's a nice tree lined neighborhood, houses all outside off the conduit. We just waited. We just waited. So what I'm saying is I got patience for stupidity. And I read someone's chat. You know, it's hard when you're sleeping in the back of a truck somewhere to always be talking about what you can do and who you can pull up on. Stop it. Stop it already. Because one day, somebody on this YouTube is going to challenge somebody and they're going to meet their match. You don't want to be that person. It's pathetic to do gangster typing. It's just pathetic. Enjoy, Yolanda. Yeah, it's just like, so act like your vehicle got no gas and just keep pulling up inside fucking chats and carrying on, conducting yourself like you is crazy. We get it. I can't help you, but I did read y'all shit. Read your, so it's one person. So I read your shit. You're so misguided that it ain't even funny. You want a hug? Yeah, I don't do the gay shit though. Just thought I'd say that. Okay. Oh boy. And my threat remains in standing. And it's not a threat, it's a promise, because I don't really threaten people. So it's just promises. If you show up in here and you be showing out something reckless, you're going to pay the consequences, because no one's going to come in here on my platform and just be acting like they could just drop some shit here that's not even true and just keep putting out lies. And I honestly think some other people are just embedded in this, or just got in bed with this because they missed the actual live. And if they heard it for themselves, they would have been like, ah. But I don't know, because the last time y'all was watching my live, y'all sat there so mad because I didn't put it back up that you went and made your own video of it. Who does that? That's where the pettiness started on your behalf, beyond some other stuff that you did to somebody else, which, you know, maybe I shouldn't feel offended because you did something to somebody else. But I will remind everybody that I put a video out here and someone went and waited and recorded that video in the wee hours of the morning. I never released the video. I put it on private. The person then went, because they couldn't wait to see what I edited or how I cut it up, that they went on there to explain what they thought I did on theirs. And then I went on mine and recorded them explaining what I did. So it was them showing a live that was locked down with their commentary, and I'm commenting in real time on top of her commentary. So she was live and I was live. And that was, now if you have some real quejones, then you should have came and addressed me then. Because that would have been a time to have a beef. And if y'all need to know which time it was, my book club started in January. So we did, the first book was February. So the first book review was supposed to be February. I was supposed to go on with this other lady. A whole bunch of stuff started with I don't know why I'm still telling you guys this stuff. The stuff started with the Tracy. with the Tracy Lee appearance and stuff like that. And then someone said that they were being accused of being Tracy Lee. And I let the lady onto my platform to say who she was, who she originally was, who she was now, and why she changed her name. Yes, this is B from February. I won't even give it January. I'll say it's February. So I let the person on the panel to speak about it, and it really was March. It was actually the March. It was supposed to be the March book. And then when she went, the lady went on there, and the lady used their name, and I was just like, oh man, I don't fuck with the person like that. Everybody heard me. It was a fuck that shake the world. I said, I don't fuck with the person. Why would you fucking do that? Like, that's exactly how I said it. Totally sure. The fuck out of here. Anyway, the person did whatever they did, said whatever they said. I locked the video up, and I was very clear when I started the video. I said, if you say something about anybody else and they're not here to defend themselves, I'm going to have to defend them no matter what. That's what happened. Yes. So if you wanted to be mad since then, so be it. I can't help you. You know, that's it. It's not that big a deal. And this would have been the point when I would have went, but I'm not doing that because you feel offended by it. So I'm not here to offend you. So that's just it. And it sounds pathetic. Now, if there's anything else that went on or transpired since then that I missed it, you ended up taking down your video because I goofed it so bad that night. And my video caught more likes than yours was getting because the shit, mine was funny as a fuck, Bree. And let me tell you why it was so funny. This shit was hilarious because it was like, y'all going live. So we're getting a chat the next day and your girls are pulling up and one of them, you know, want to be like, how I don't mess with you and all this other stuff inside there. I was like, yeah, I don't mess with you either. So then she dropped her address. And I was like, yo, what's wrong with these women? This is the freaking YouTube. Who drops their address? And I come up here and I was like, yo, somebody dropped their address for me to come visit them. When I live on the other side of the bridge or about to live on the other side of the bridge, who does that? So these are people you're rolling with. So in a span of a couple of hours, let me just tell you who you're rolling with. You're upset for what reason? I don't really understand. I just explained to you I don't think it's I don't think it's enough for you to be valid. Maybe you want to say that whatever, but you should come out and say it. You are grown enough to say it. Crazy. Then you... And shut up. No, the address wasn't on the West Coast. The address was in the Bronx. And I still have it. Because I was like, yo, if I ever go live in the Bronx, I am going to go in front of that address. Best to believe it. And it's not messy. It's just proving a point. Like, what the hell did you do this for, lady? But I ain't going to be looking for you. I'm going to be recording from there just because. Who does that? Yes, they record. That's what she did. She recorded the live while I was live. Then I locked the video down. So because I locked the video down, it didn't play. Because to be quite honest, that was not my goal. What transpired was not my goal. So I took the video down, and the video, in all honesty, was a hot mess that day. The damn thing wouldn't play right. It was a hot freaking mess. So I took the whole video down. And that was, and I think that was the best recourse, because I had to go live twice. I thought it was the best recourse, and that was it. So because I took the video down, it never played. I can't believe you right now. So what ended up happening was, when I took the video down, I'm supposed to be asleep, and I get the notification because I was still subscribed to them over there. And I look at the notification, and I forgot what the title of the shit was, but it was all about me. So I go and I watch it. So as I'm watching it, I see the person. It's like, and look, her video was so messed up. It's so whatever. And for some reason, the video is locked down and just that. So I was like, so now you acting like the men of YouTube? You taking a play right out of their book? Really? Did one of the men of YouTube give you this shit? Because I'm hoping you're not doing this stuff. Like, you're not recording this stuff like this. So it was obvious. And then it just hit me. I turned my phone on and I started recording. I'm all in the dark. And then they was like, they had the snottiest ass fucking booger nose that night. The shit was like. So in my video, I'm like, yo, go do something with that fucking nose. All in craziness. So I was just like, yeah. So I was definitely going, like, laughing at it. And then I noticed, like, who was in the chat, what they was saying. So the next day I'm in another chat room, and people in the chat room, and they, like, want to talk to me. So I already seen y'all at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning carry on. And hey, Shalom, Andre Kitchen. I already seen y'all carry on. So y'all not going to be in here talking about, hey, Mo, how it do. No, it do, like, get the fuck out of here, you. Yeah, so that's that phony. That's when I say chat is really messy. Yes, I shut them bitches down when speaking to me. So then I'm not even gonna give her the time of day, because she know whoever she was in the Bronx dropping her Bronx address. And every time I went into the Bronx thereafter, I was like, well, I don't really go into the Bronx, so let me correct myself there. Every time I was up in Harlem, which is right on the outskirts of entering the Bronx, I'd be like, yo, I should go over there and make that video. Ask Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie was in the chat. She was like, oh, that's crazy. But that's what these people do. So hit the like or take a hike. 24 are at my door. And 11 don't want to come in. All right. Anyway. Anywho. That was it. That's the only recognizable skirmish. But is it a beef? No. You did what you did. I did what I did. Then you took your video down because it showed you in a non-ladylike manner that you did that shit. You looked at like the men of YouTube, how the men of YouTube were doing each other at the time. It was so unladylike. So beneath you to even do that. I was shocked, to be quite honest. It was not a pleasant moment at all. It wasn't part of any Zen type shit. It was what messy folks do. All the time, anytime they get an opportunity to show out. That's why I be telling people, wherever you show up at, that's it. So now you see me go on somebody else's thing, and you, again, I'm talking about, you want to be gangster chatting. You're not built like that. Stop it. But you know, and I'm never, just so that you clear, lady, I ain't never went to false and silence. Y'all figure that out. And I'll say it one more time just for the slow people that, you know, a little bit slow. False in silence. I never was over there at false in silence, worried about you for my benefits. I'm going to say that again. I never had a conversation pertaining to you for my benefit. So that means, like, if somebody threw you off of a panel or treated you a certain kind of way that I thought was should not have been done to a lady, understand this, behind the scenes, I was standing up for that. Like, what the hell? I didn't dub nobody, no alcoholics. I didn't call nobody out of their name or out of their persona or how they conducted themselves or whatever. I didn't have any of that energy towards you. And I didn't appreciate any woman anywhere that I've been. I don't appreciate any woman being mistreated just for the hell of it. And that's, you know, that is the good for honest truth, and you could believe it or not, you know. And then I did check you. I did check you when I saw that you was just like, and those bitches. And then someone did drop us some emails, some of your text messages that you and he had behind the scenes. And we was like, what the fuck is this? And it really does feel like a funny kind of way, because that's like, yo, wow. So, you know, go in there and speak to your faults in silence and figure that shit out. No, it's not bring it out. I'm just saying, like, I ride for women all day, any day. So if a man wrongs a woman, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm not just, don't ever think I'm gonna sit up here and smile in your face and think behind your back. I'm not that type of person. If I say I'm for something, I'm for something. If I'm against something, I'm against it. And that's it. So you don't know me, and I don't like nobody disrespecting any woman on any platform, even if it's their platform. Now, some of y'all women just come incorrect all the damn time. I just be like, oh God, why she do that? But that's what happened. And yes, I probably shouldn't have been mad because you goofed the other lady in the group that I'm not going to mention her name. I wasn't even in the group or rolling with the group, but I did feel a certain kind of way about it, because you don't even realize when other women have respect for you or are paying you homage. I think that's a word Chico would tell me all the time. Like, they paying me homage. Like, you don't even know when someone is giving your old ass homage because you're trying to be a messy teenager instead of a woman of distinction, where you carried yourself where people would stop and listen. Like, I always wanted to know what fucking chess game you was playing in the park when you was a kid, because you made it sound so elegant. When you was trying to deter people from messing around with other people, and you was being very influential and being a very, well, Mimi, You missed my whole episode on the B word, because that is a woman being in total control of herself. And sometimes when a woman is being in total control of herself, other people can't understand it. And then she's dubbed a bitch because she's being in total control of herself. This is not the situation here. This is being totally a juvenile. So maybe when you hit that 47th birthday in a couple of more weeks, you try to act that age and not every other number that you've been pulling out over here. Ooh, sa ka 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 ka. Ooh, sa. That's just. So that's my take on you. And that's only because you were here for it. But you can always be here for it if you want to be here for it. Yes, Nikki. I understand that you would be lost. Because I had to go back in my think tank and see, how did I interact with this person in the first place? And that's it. If you need more background, I'll do it. I don't even want to do shit offline like this. I think it's been very clear. No, I think people don't like Monica Mo Justice because I'm straightforward. It's either this way or no way. There's no in between. There's no mushy line for me. I stand for what I believe in. It's no between the sheets with me. Now, if I'm wrong, then I'll correct myself. And that is how I am. And if I treat somebody poorly, I will correct myself. But you're not going to show up and try to show out on me any fucking place I'm at. And I'm not going to act like I'm in fear of you that I won't go back. So I want it to be very fucking clear. I won't be on other people's platform because I don't want to bring your bullshit to their platforms. But it's not because I'm scared of you. You're bullies, but you just met the wrong one. That's it. It's simple. And it's not a matter of speaking my mind. I'm speaking absolutes. You know, like when you have a number could be positive or negative unless you put the absolute right in it. I'm abso-fucking-lute, and it's not a drink. Because I don't drink. And for another motherfucker out here to write a thing and say, oh, I think she's drunk. How dare you pull up in my comments and tell me I'm drunk when you got half the fucking YouTube on a Friday night or a Saturday night fucked in out of their heads. They either are weeded up. You got some motherfuckers that are all on all kind of Percocets and every set on this shit. I don't drink and I don't do drugs. And you calling that shit Zen, that's a fucking junkie for you. And that's what somebody was calling her someplace else. And I was like, oh shit, who would do that? Like, oh, this is just too much for me. I gotta fall back. Because that's not right. Yeah, don't be mad at me. I ain't call you a junkie. Other people called you a junkie. And then you came up there and was lying. You was lying. You was like, oh, I didn't call. Well, maybe if I called you bitches, if you say that's what I said, then that's what I said. What you got to say to me now? And trust you me, I really didn't want this to go this way, but I've never seen nobody pull up on somebody else's shit and just be blatantly phony and be a woman of distinction. Because I'm going to give you that. Because when you come 100% correct with yourself, you're a powerful lady. I won't even take that from you. But when you get mixed up with trailer trash that's riding down the highway because they ain't got no place to lay their head, wherever they lay their truck is their home, you let that interfere with some other relationship you had. Like, check your backyard. Check the people to your left. Oh, might be the only person. Because that was some messy bullshit any woman could be in. And that person has a track record of doing shit like that. So you're not the first one that she's come in between relationships with. That's how she rolled. Yeah, that's how she could be like, keep my sis name out my mouth. Bitch, you are sabotage wrecking crew. You even tried to self-implant your shit with the chubster. Like, oh, I want the chubster. The man sat up there on his live. He was like, I don't even understand how she got in this. You pulled up. He got out. He saw you was a half of a dime, a nickel. You know how the nickel bag was the shit people really didn't want. They wanted the dime. And he had something else to do. If you ever drive anywhere to see a man, see, this is that bullshit. Just women. Are you listening? If you ever go out of your way to visit a man and you drive all the way over there and you get face to face with the man, bam, and he got something else to do, didn't want to accommodate you. Oh, this is just I was sitting there on the phone like this. You're ugly. Yeah, that's the lesson. He don't want you. It's not anything else. Nothing else happened. You were not that cute. I'm not even gonna call you not that cute. I'm gonna take that back. Retraction. I'm gonna say you was not his cup of tea. So it don't matter if his shoes was leaning and you can make all the cracks at his ass that you want. The bottom line is the one time you went to visit them, got out the car, he said, I got something. Yo, you know what? I got to go pick my son up downtown. You know what? A real nigga, if you was really on point, my sister, he'd be like, yo, where's the babysitter? Real talk. Yeah, real talk. Where's the babysitter? Nah. He was like, I'm the babysitter. I got to go. It was nice meeting you. I'll check you out on the tube. Point in case. And I will agree with the lot when she said the person didn't even want you in their house. They spilled their drink on me. If y'all was there for the video, because I watched it, I was like, yo, someone said, you know how you make a comment and you be like, it's a pleasure putting a face to a name. This woman said, it's a pleasure putting a body to a name. She couldn't get over what your body looked like. And I will agree with the lot that looked like she ain't want to be bothered in the video. My astute observation when I first saw the whole video roll, I was like, man, this one done traveled all across the states and got the same welcome agreement. So y'all could be love now, but go back to the first video and check how you was received, because that shit is straight up 100%. So when I saw whatever coming to the head people put out, when I saw it, I was just like, yo, that's real talk. If people listen to what people were saying, and if you watch the videos, you would know that some of this shit is really true. So, and I know you can pull up, because we seen you pull up. We was over here talking our own shit, and your ass pull up saying some shit up in here. And yes, I timed you out because I was just like, what the fuck? You don't like being timed out, that's whatever. And then you was in the chat and you're like, oh, a person want to be smart on their panel. It's mine. Don't fuck with my money, my kids, and my man. And that's in that order. You this damn red bone. No, I'm not a fucking team player. No, I'm not a team player. Not at all. Because I don't roll in cliques. You know why I'm not a team player? Because if somebody doesn't hold up their end of the bargain and I gotta fucking be pulling up other people's thing, I'm not a team player. No. And so you partially got the right information. Because when people have propositioned me to be part of fuck shit, I'll be like, no. Because I'm an independent thinker. I make my own money. Don't tell me how to spend it. You need me. I don't need you. I'm not her. You will not see me sitting at my job with my ID on, talking to people. If I gotta hide, I don't need to be outside. You know, it's how y'all carry yourselves. Y'all do weak shit. No, I'm not. You know what, Daryl? Because I think you can't take no for an answer. I'm not going to be part of the empire. I don't even know where y'all came from. You had a woman come out here and be like, this is her shit that you just took over. Get it together. Get it together. And that's about that's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I done said more than I really wanted to say on this subject, but I just hate when people don't have the history and then other people go and make lies, or they go and they make uploads and they make it seem like they're being victimized, or they try to tell me that I am victimizing them, or that I'm playing the victim role here. You motherfuckers try to fuck with me. This is what it calls when you nitpick somebody, when you pick at them and you pick at them. That is being a bully. Now, just every bully doesn't have the strength to always win. It's just the people picking. Yeah, just continue to pick. That's a bully. No one said the bully always wins. They just said the bully is the person that keeps picking. I'm over here minding my own business, doing my own shit, and y'all having conversations about me. I'm not talking about you. I'd be mad. Like, don't get on the phone. So, wanna have a real talk? Don't get on the phone and even mention this bitch. It's Motown. We're not a street over here. It's Motown. So you stay on Motown. You understand? It is absolutely ridiculous. And I just told y'all what I observed when they put out their own videos. And when someone took down the video of me goofing her, because then mine disappeared and accidentally got deleted, that I was so mad because it was like my most viewed video at the time when this thing happened. I was like, how did you lose your most viewed video? Katrina is just like, let me just put this out here. We're not rolling with you, DC, so we don't want to hear that shit over here no more. We are passionate about you making positive strides for yourself. This is why you find yourself at beef over there with reckless. I'm not reckless, but over there with the court environment, because order in the court, because Hawaii 5-0, Hawaii 5-0 states he be looking out for you, and you don't appreciate. So this is what I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna burn a lot of bridges that you can't cross back over. Watch yourself. You understand? It's not that people are jealous of you. It's just you have to watch that. You don't want to burn bridges on both ends. And you won't be able to cross the bridge. There's gonna be a time when you want to cross the bridge, and you don't need to be burning it on both ends. Now, I'm not sure if everyone's for you. I told you the other day, I don't know folks' intentions. I can only tell you my intentions. But you just be pushing it. Katrina's like, I just have to put there. Okay. Daryl, Miss Rod, not you and Miss Rod. Daryl, what happened with you and Miss Rod? Because I can tell you right now, Faults in Silence was pissed off because I did not block you for being on that book review. Point blank. And that's a fact. But I said I can't block him. He didn't do anything. He was talking about the justice system and how unfair it was to that man in the story. He was right on point. It's any story that any of us could live. I mean, the guy was a little bit weak with it, but the justice system was crappy. Oh, now you want to be quiet. Just throw out the emojis. I don't know what happened to you and Miss Rada Die, but I will ask her story later and get it from her. And then I'm going to give you the side eye because I gave you the opportunity to speak. Because I will get the story from my sis. I know that y'all got something. But that was it. I mean, I got the side eye because I would not block you. And I was just like, well, until he does something to me, which is a fucked up position you have to say to people. So this is how, people, when you hear these words, well, the person ain't do nothing to me. So I'm just going to write it out. That means your ass is on the out. Let me just help you out again. When you talking to somebody and you telling them, I got beef with this person. Oh, Miss Rod, we'll talk about this offside or offline so I can understand what he did to you. So when you're talking to somebody and the person says, oh, well, I'm going to still fuck with them because they ain't done nothing to me. If you hear those words, your next comment should be like, okay, all right, well, I'll see you around. I'll check you. That means the person that said that to you is saying in their head, I don't know what fucking wrong with you, but I'm going to stay over here. They're looking at you sideways. I'm just saying, so you can have some foundation as to what some things mean, because it's like some people have been, too busy doing gangster typing that they don't know there's a real life out here. That's what that shit means. And that's it. Then I will say for the 100th time, because I know I say this all the time. If you don't like a content producer's channel, you have the power to not watch. It's no one's forcing you to go into anybody's channel and watch it. I don't understand you people. Like, you feel like you have a right to do it. And then I hear this. Oh, nobody tell me where I can and cannot go, where I can't and can't go. Why would you want to go somewhere you don't like? You gonna, if it costs the money, you gonna go somewhere you don't like and spend your money? All right, well, she pick on you in other chats. She don't pick on you in here. We don't do that stuff in here. We don't bring out disputes. And even my haters, they don't dare bring their ass up in here to bring a dispute down in other places. I know that. But I'm just saying, that's as much voice they have as the thumb down bandits. Carry on. Carry on. This is what y'all do. It's sad. It's sad. If your only voice is thumbing somebody down, wow. You don't have to go in that person's channel. It's simple. I don't go over into yours. I don't get the notifications that you live, so I don't miss it. I don't, and I'm just being 1,000. I don't get the thing. I don't know why other people keep saying they keep getting these reminders for people and getting stuff that they don't want to get. I don't get that stuff. So I can honestly say that if I went looking at your shit, I had to type your name in and look for you in order to view your stuff. I had to. And if I go anywhere and I can't write in the person chat or I can't see them, guess what? Then I unsubscribe to you because I don't need you. I don't need that vibe. No, they're not cowards. They're not cowards. There are people that don't have voice. They're the voiceless. And they're the people that when you're advocating for things that you need to be speaking on behalf of, you speak on behalf of the voiceless. So believe it or not, those people that are thumbing down people's videos are showing us that there's a sick element to their comprehension of things. Because when you look at the videos, if you'll be like, well, damn, why did you thumbs it down? You thumbs down the truth? You thumbs down the way I behave? I don't like you telling me exactly how I am immature. I don't like you reminding people how we got here in the first place. I like the narrative I created over there. No, my freakers. A narrative means you're going to have a story that goes on and on and on. I'm just telling you what you did, how I responded, and why we're at the place we're at right now. And maybe it wasn't a good idea for me to waste my afternoon taking a peek at your 138-minute video and your 1 hour video that I really didn't get through. And I just to think that I felt really bad about how things were going down with you and your friendships. Because I know that you are probably sucking the twat of a crazy. I don't know what y'all people's doing over there, but this is just like that. And that's it. I can only tell you where our paths cross, and that's it. And again, if you are offended, I don't know where you get this red bone stuff from. Hey, Sky. Yeah, Nikki C. You know, I'm strictly dickly, and I don't discriminate on anybody that goes any other kind of ways. If you do trisexual, any kind of sexual, that is not my business. Miss G went live, y'all. Look at me. I'm just like, Miss G went live, y'all. Yeah, that just came out because I feel like it is a whole bunch of women. I just feel like it's a whole bunch of women out there that just feel a certain kind of way. Just feel a certain kind of way about other women, and that is unfortunate. I wish the chat would scroll up because all I see is Nikki's comment. I'm just like, yeah, I said that out my mouth because I just feel like that's it's like the because he's over here. It's maybe because I'm a straight guy. It's maybe because they're not straight women. Like you're not being straight with yourself. There's nothing here. And if me saying I'm going to defend you because you're not here on my platform to defend yourself has you so offended, I I couldn't win to help you out. And I always tell people, like, I don't want to come across messy because messy doesn't it's it doesn't benefit me to be messy. The reason why I'm verbal like I am is because y'all are coming at me. If you left me alone, I wouldn't have a problem. And I know a lot of the folks that don't like me. And I know the ones that are hypocrites. I know you too. But I just be like, oh, okay. If all of those faces and appearances work for you and you want to be around me because you want to be hypocritical and whatever, I don't know your motives, but understand this. I don't like your ass. I'm not gonna pretend like I like you. I'm not gonna do none of those things. No, they could dislike me. I don't care if you dislike me. It's your right to dislike me. That is for you. Hey EB. That is for you to do that. That's your prerogative. You don't have to like everybody. But when you don't like people, you don't just be going around fucking with them. That's weird. You think one day you're gonna like me? What can I do differently to make you like me? Oh, I really don't care. Do what you do. If I could take a smack on the face for my friend, that's how real I am. This stuff don't really faze me. And I said, don't really faze me because there's a component of it. It's the pettiness, it's the jealousy, verdant with jealousy that is crazy. And I am not jealous of you. And the worst thing about it is that you're a Leo too. So you understand how this works. So I don't get it. Take a look and see who's whispering sweet nothings in your ear about me and ask yourself why. Because I'm not preoccupied with you and I wasn't. And I'm just going to put the reminder out here that those that come inside of the chat room on their bully pulpit, I will not only remove your comment, but I will report you, because it is interesting. It is extremely interesting how this stuff works. And there are ways to prevent you from successfully attacking me as I continue to grow my channel, while I continue to live my dream. So taking it out of anybody else, I'm going to say this one more time. Find content that is not me for your channel. I am too small of a person out here to be your content. And I don't care if you goof or you do all the things that you people love to do out here, but just tread lightly, because when I do see it, there will be a response, a clapback. It might not be as you want it, but there will be a clapback. And that's it. So sky's the limit. You asked, what are we talking about? I was just reminiscing about different events that took place throughout my YouTube career and reminding people how we got to some place and when women behaved like the men of YouTube. And that's just it. Like, I don't have, and if I say I don't have a beef with you, I don't have a beef with you. I really don't. I don't have anything against anybody. If I got something against you, I will tell you. I will try to rectify that if it's worthy of a reconciliation. But I first had to be like something with you for there to be a reconciliation. And do not say that I'm over here doing any kind of click stuff, because you will not see any of, and we better not see any of the people that I have maybe engaging in some other activities with that will come out and show its light. I'm not doing any of the chat conversations that you people have done. You will not have a white out, a blue out, a pink out, or a purple out where I expose any other women like that. I will never take down another woman like that. No, it's how do I stay relevant? You got a whole world to your own. And that's it. I would not do it. I would rather fight with them behind the scenes and punch and kick and scratch and come back alive than go on a live and pull down people like that and hear that story. I never knew anything. I must not have traveled in the real YouTube streets, because I didn't even know you people was beefing until y'all put that shit out here as your content. You made your woman bonds. You destroyed the woman image by the shit y'all did. Let me just put it on what it needs to be put on. The men were running around here going, oh, look at this shit. Y'all destroyed us. Our power. Like, that shit was so horrible. That was the worst shit I ever did see for a breakdown of women. And I be having conversations with not the YouTube, but like my other friends that have fights, like, you know, maybe when we were in our 20s, and they have fights with each other and they were mad at one another and shit, they never thought about going out and like putting a billboard out to tell everybody what the fuck happened. Only a certain clique of people knew that. And I'm using clique because that's your word. But it's only a close-knit group of people knew that shit. It wasn't everybody knew it. He said we got men gossiping like women's at time. They wasn't gossiping as women's right now. They actually was like, yo, can I ask you why you did that? Why you got all my business on a YouTube street? Fucking YouTube street. They didn't know your business. You made yourself more popular than you was. You wasn't even popping like that. Like you wasn't even popping. Nobody cared. Nobody was in your business like that. And I hope nobody be in my business like that. Let me see what that's about. Nobody was in your business. I'm so mad. Yo, this story about a man's place is never gonna get out of here. Yeah, there's fireworks. They got fireworks out here. I'm listening to it. He said, I won't stop until you come home. Yo, Sky. This guy is crazy with his empire stuff. Uh-oh. Now we in for trouble. Now we got trouble. What number are you, the infamil? Oh my God. Meet the Chesses. Mo, don't start that shit now. No, I can't. No, I got it on select things so I could look at it. That's important. While I'm on the live. Trouble? Say what? Nah, I just said what number you are. Give it up, DC. Shit. I just, I don't wanna I don't wanna like and I'm gonna say this to everybody out here because I hear people now, they're like, oh, they forming cliques over there. No, we building. See, that is what y'all, this is what differentiates you from us. We are building and supporting each other's endeavors, genuinely supporting each other's endeavors. I don't do what the next channel does. We're different and unique, but we're still finding the time to just big up the next person. That is called building. So again, I can show you better than I can tell you. So just continue to sit in your hater gate and watch us grow. And that's it. And you're probably going to see other people expand on different levels because they're crossing over into different places. And they're trying to encourage, because this is where the shit just got serious. When someone says to you, yo, I just crossed over into Z Street, come take a ride with me on the other side. Motherfuckers normally say, yo, I just got a hookup over in Z Street, but you fall back for a minute and let me check stuff out and see how things are going over here, and I'll get back at you. See, you got that type of stuff. You didn't hear that over here. You heard, nah, I'm going over there. Let's go. Let's roll. Oh, I'm probably going to have to change that to why women are messy. Because I don't even have the energy to read it now. Because it just asks one question and the men go off. So we'll have to come back to that tomorrow. So did y'all hear? Did y'all really peep what I said happens to people when they're building and when they're phony building? Like, we building real foundations here, with each person being an individual. And it's crazy from an inspirational aspect. Oh, oh God. I can't with this guy. It is you starting shit because you put that video out there today, and I'm just like, this just gonna start some whole other shit because people gonna read into it. Oh boy, I got the double whammy now. So about 10 minutes ago, I talked about a pink out, and you just decided to come in here and say something, Fanny. Where you been at? I must have said that shit like 10 minutes ago. Did somebody wake you up and tell you to come in here? And that's it. So I'm gonna help the infamil out because I don't want him going back thinking I was saying something about. Let me see what you see. Oh, y'all know how this goes. Well, it's an article, and the title of the article, because I read over here. Okay, the title of the article is A Man's Place. As Me Too evolves, actor Terry Crews, I don't know who he is. I'm not going to say he's a good looking man or not. I'm just like, oh, you know who that is? Now I know who that is. You know what? I was reading the article in the big print. So I didn't look at the pictures in the actual article because I get to see the article view and I get to see just the article itself. So I never went back to the pages, but now I know who Terry Crew is. He's the guy that was playing on Everybody Loves Chris, and he went and said that he's part of the Me Too campaign. So that's what it is. Well, you can't Google something that you're supposed to purchase, Fanny. So, okay, so this is what this article is based on his opinion. So it's actor Terry Crews and social justice advocate Tony Porter discuss the role of Black men in the fight to support women. See, that's what we do over here. 8 months ago, a shift began, one that rattled our consciousness and made us question what we considered normal behavior. Last October, when allegations of sexual misconduct began stacking up against Harvey Weinstein, it seemed as though a scab had been ripped off a never quite healed wound. One after another, nearly 100 women spoke up about their encounters with the now infamous film producer. What followed were more allegations from countless women against numerous men, executives, and notable personalities, most of whom, like Weinstein, were tossed from their pedestals. And let's not forget that this ball started rolling 4 years ago when decades-old rape allegations against Bill Cosby resurfaced. You know what? And this is why Daryl gets away with the stuff he gets away with. because he is speaking facts right there. When the rest of YouTube was not wanting to support me, Daryl was my first comment. He was one of the first people here, and he's never wavered. Yes, and I do remember that, but doesn't mean you sucking me up into the empire. I'm sorry. But that is a fact, and I don't forget that, and that is a fact. But you're not going to use it against me, sir. The pink outs. She was like, where do we get pink outs from? Oh my God. The recent downfall of rich, powerful men has dominated the headlines, but the issue of sexual violence against women is sadly nothing new, nor is it unique to Hollywood. 2006, activists, whoever launched the Me Too movement as an outlet for young women of color from low-income communities who have been victimized. So did y'all hear that? Oh, wait a second. All right, I gotta catch up. No, you will not cheat with me, Daryl Caesar. See, we can't even get into the article. You will not cheat with me because my heart is with King of Foe. So let me look you dead in the hi, King of Foe. I miss you, honey. My heart is with King of Foe. So, and just to be clear, I rewatched that live we did. That was hot. I was like, oh my God, he is so hot. Why not? So I'm not having YouTube dreams of anybody that wouldn't be like King of Foe type. Like, I'm just not. So, and again, I don't know what he does with his life, but that's just my dream, So, like, if I had to dream, so you could keep on being messy over here. Fucking Eric is like, what, Monica? That's a secret. Anywho, as we go back to the article, and you're welcome to leave if you're not interested in the article, because this is just too much. So I'm just saying. So I don't want to hurt his feelings because he's King of Foe. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a good 4th of July. Anyway, in 2006, activist, I think her name is Tarana Burke, senior director at Girls for Gender Equality, launched the Me Too movement as an outlet for young women of color from low-income communities who have been victimized. Do you see how this organization was founded by women of color, but they used the Me Too movement to go after a man of color with women not of color as the victims. So we always seem to make good organizations or start out really analyzing the problem and seeking answers, and we get our shit ripped from us and sold a different way. 12 years later, #MeToo has sparked a national conversation with actor Terry Crews being the first male celebrity to stand up by sharing his experience of being assaulted by a male film agent in 2016. So isn't this some shit? Did this happen in 2016 or did he tell us this in 2016? I hate when people write like that. By sharing his experience of being assaulted by a male agent in 2016, he stood in solidarity with fellow survivors. And although the alleged incident fell outside of the statute of limitations, all right, so it happened before that, to pursue criminal charges, Crews is proceeding with a civil lawsuit. Essence paired Crews with Tony Porter, who is the chief executive officer of A Call to Men, an organization that focuses on teaching healthy masculinity to the masses to share ideas about grooming the next generation. Why it's important for Black men to hold one another accountable and how they can offer a hand in pushing the Me Too movement forward. We asked one question and they took it from there. Y'all killing me. So Essence asks, where do you think we are in the movement with the Me Too movement? You know, the impact that Me Too has had over the past few months has been gigantic. This movement has crossed all kinds of boundaries, whether it be racial, political, or economic. And now we just have to be very careful that it doesn't get filed in the symbolic victory category. Every action, guys, don't deserve a reaction. Let me, even though Weinstein was taken out, there are still a lot of people who would gladly sacrifice one of their own so they can continue questionable behavior behind the scenes. It's only when people start getting arrested for acts of violence against women, from domestic abuse and harassment to rape, that we'll begin seeing real repercussions. That's why I'm continuing with my lawsuit and being a part of this movement. I don't care about the money and I don't know what the outcome will be, but I want to be an example of what it means to hold people accountable all the way. It's about fighting for yourself. Tony Porter responds, I really appreciate what you've said. Terry, I'd also like to add that Me Too is not the first wave of a woman's movement. You see, Fanny, I have to put this on hold. Fanny, for what has happened here is that if I had some wrenches in the room right now, they would have eliminated you. I don't know what you said, but you obviously was here for some part. If you came in 5 minutes later asking our pink out, white out, or whatever out, unless you're telling me that you got a delay, you need to hit the live button and you need to have the live on, because you do disrupt an environment when you come in after the fact asking questions that are 5 minutes old. But we'll check you the next time. Yes, you have a delay because you got to hit the live button. So when you're asking about pink out, white out, and every other out, it's something I said like 5 minutes before you asked the question. Well, you need to refresh. Right now, I'm reading an article, but I'm stopping to save your life because you was getting eliminated without a wrench. So moving back to the article, I really appreciate what you said. So guys, do y'all want me to carry on? Because oh God. So Tony Porter, he's the person that was like, he's the person that was like in this other thing. I don't forgot. He's the person that's running the organization. That's running the organization for the men. And says, I really appreciate what you've said, Terry. I'd also like to add that Me Too, hashtag Me Too, is not the first wave of a women's movement. We've had several dating back to the early 1800s and right up through the battered women's movement. Back then, men found solace in defining those causes as being a woman's issue. But this is a humanitarian issue. Because we live in a male-dominated society, I believe that one of the reasons why some movements were not successful is because we as men didn't admit to our responsibility, nor did we play a role in finding solutions. This is a wonderful time for us to be on the right side of history. But I also recognize that it comes on the heels of so much trauma that women have endured. Having men who are willing to of themselves and speak about issues from a personal standpoint is the way we're going to engage other men. That's what's been missing. So they're saying that part of the conversation is that they haven't had the conversation to engage men. Cruz, agreed. And we, as Black men, can really see the inequity when it's between white and Black people. But when it's between men and women, even among our own, men have had the tendency to look at women as not quite equal, or that they've got rights up to a point. I almost flipped when I read this because it is so on point all the time. So I'm just going to repeat that because it is so on point. And we as Black men can really see the inequity when it's between white and Black people. But when it's between men and women, even among our own, men have had the tendency to look at women as not quite equal, or that they've got rights to a point. Porter, historically speaking, and we can go back to Sister Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, and Fannie Lou Hamer, to the civil rights movement with Rosa Parks, a little later with Audre Lorde and Angela Davis, and even now with Tarana Burke and the sisters who started Black Lives Matter. Black women have had our backs from Jump Street. Okay. I'm gonna kill y'all. What am I missing? This guy smiling is so creepy. What guy? Wait, hold on a second. What guy is smiling? I think this live is going on lockdown. What guy is smiling that is so creepy? Y'all know that I have little head injury. So I went behind the avatar because I have to scroll up in the article, and scrolling is a problem for me. But I have to come from behind the avatar because there's some discipline issues here. Okay. So the bottom line is Black women have had our backs from Jump Street. They've carried this torch, and we've really got to get in this space in a much bigger, more critical way. As Black men joining arms with our sisters, we can't do that by practicing male domination. I don't know what numbers you looking at, but I'm not in the 400 club. Holding men accountable is very important. When you look at men collectively, there's a minority who perpetuate violence against women and girls. The majority of men don't, and that's the group we have to be intentional in reaching. So it's a group of men that do not perpetrate violence against women and girls. And as we know here on YouTube, we've met some of those men. It's the rest of us, that majority, who create the fertile ground that abusive men rely upon. At a call to men, we're teaching boys what it means to be a man. We believe that we're the first generation of men who are actually being asked in a critical way to promote healthy manhood. Individually, men have always done it, but there's never been a situation where we're asking men to really invest in the next generation. Proves it's true that the majority of men don't commit violence or engage in harassment, but there is an overarching belief that men are somehow above women. It's amazing how Cruz thinks when you hear him speak. I'm guilty of having believed that I was more valuable than the woman in my life, simply because I am a man. I learned that from living in a patriarchal society. Anyway, everything leans toward the man being the boss. Even as a son, you're treated better. It's inherent. It's also why men get paid more and why we get more props. Just think about when somebody says that you're doing something like a girl, you know. What's funny about Twitter is that you can type in your name and hear so many conversations about yourself. And I eavesdrop, I do. Just recently, a Black man tweeted, Terry Crews wants to be one of the girls. As if being a woman is weak or terrible, as if I was demeaning or degrading myself. That was his attitude. This movement has crossed all kinds of boundaries, whether it be racial, political, or economic. Porter, That man coming to you on social media is a perfect example of why we have to be intentional now. At this, as this movement slows down and the pressure reduces a little bit, men are gathering their footing and looking to circle around one another to fight back. Questioning someone's manhood is a way that men put one another back into the man box. That's a phrase we coined at a call to men some years ago, the man box. We use it because it's catchy, but from an academic perspective, it's about a collective socialization of manhood. We ask men to envision a box and all the ingredients that go inside that to define what it means to be a man. That men are supposed to be tough, courageous, and athletic. And then there's the idea that we don't ask for, offer, or accept help. And that, with the exception of anger, we don't share our feelings and emotions. Also, that we're taught to place less value on women and treat them as property and sexual objects. Crew. When I was about 12 years old, I remember liking a girl. So I went to an older guy and said, "Man, what do I say? What do I do?" He told me to lie to her. "Let me put you up on game, young man," he said. "Don't ever show love, but tell her you love her because you want sex. Then move on. In fact, you want more than just one girl." That's the advice I got, and I was hurt by it. I was just a kid, you know. My son is 13 and he's not going to grow up in the same world that I grew up in. He's not going to be exposed to pimp culture, and he doesn't have a father who beats the mess out of his mother. I watched my father beat my mother, which caused me major emotional trauma. I think of all the women in my life who've been scared by abuse and how the circle has perpetuated. They might say to their sons, "You ain't shit," just like your daddy wasn't shit, and it starts all over again. We have to stop that cycle with our generation, a fatherless generation. Porter, when I hear you talk about growing up in a home where domestic violence was present, I think of the young men we speak to. Today, we estimate about 80% of men who abuse women grew up in a home where abuse was present. Now, we're not suggesting that 80% of the men who grew up in an abusive home become abusive. Instead, we're saying that if you put 100 men who are abusers in a room and ask if abuse happened in their home, 80 of them would raise their hands. Even if we're talking to boys who are not our biological sons, we can say, "I love you. I care about you." They need to hear that. Did you hear what he said? Boys need to hear, "I love you." Welcome, girl 707 7007. I can't, I can't sometimes. There's also an epidemic of fatherlessness in the United States. It crosses all cultural boundaries, but within our group, the Black community, a sizable percentage of our boys are growing up without a dad present in the home. And I'm not talking about a non custodial dad, I'm talking about fatherless, which is a fairly new term that means there's no dad around at all. Tonight is not tonight. Okay. Pause. Can y'all still hear me? Because I'm not seeing the I'm not seeing the room. Hold on a second. I just needed to. I caught a headache. I caught a headache. I can't. I actually caught a headache on a live. Like that's crazy to me. And I'm like really lost right now. So hold on a second. I didn't mean to do. I touched something and I didn't mean to do it. Really? Crazy. I can't with y'all right now. I really can't. Okay, I lost the live feed wherever it's at. Which would be the Google Hangout. I really did. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to reading the story. Are we all good with that? Okay, so we were talking about the fatherless part, which means that they absolutely have no male influence in the home. It could be that your mom has mentioned him, or maybe you've met him once or twice, and that's it. There is a generation of boys who need men like us to really put in time. Otherwise, this epidemic will continue. We can talk about sports and say that was a good shot, but I think it's also important to talk about love. I'm very intentional with all three sons. Our conversation begin and end with I love you, even if we're talking to boys who are not our biological son. We can say I love you, I care about you. They need to hear that. Now you know some people are talking about that just sound like some gay stuff right there, but I'm just saying, I know that might be the thought out there. Wow, Angela came in. Okay. You know, Terry, I followed your career from playing football to being an actor. I'm sure that a lot of men like your tough guy roles in action movies, but I enjoyed your work on Everybody Hates Chris the most. With your actor Julius, you modeled a dad in the home. He wasn't perfect, but he was making it happen, holding it down with the regular 9 to 5 and loving his family. Cruz, thank you, man. What was so great about Julius was that he respected his wife. Well, he had no other choice. the way I saw it. She was an equal, and he listened to her. Julius knew she was wise. Like him, I might have strength and muscles, but as I've often said, my wife tells me where things should go. I may be able to lift mountains, but she says, pick that up and put that over there. And I'm like, I got you. That's how being a team works. She sees things I can't see, but I've had to challenge myself too. For instance, I had an addiction to pornography. As a man, I believed that sex was owed to me. When I didn't get it, I used pornography as a crutch. My wife's fearlessness in saying, I'm done, that's enough, and my realization that I chose to believe the lie about what I was owed are what made me revamp my whole life. Yeah, you bring some porn up in my shit. It's issues and consequences. Another thing that men don't realize is that success offers the safest place to hide. There's this halo effect. And while everybody else is thinking that you're the greatest, you know it's all bullshit, that the real you is messed up. That's why it's so surprising to learn who these men really are, the ones we thought were at the top of their game. It's like, what happened? Porter, it's so important for men to hear someone like you talk about your challenges because it allows us to be vulnerable. It allows us to do our own self exploration and then really connect where we are on our journey. When you speak about your addiction to pornography, I think about boys as young as 10 years old today first viewing pornography. That's a fifth grader. They think they're learning about sex, but what they don't realize is that they're learning about the hatred of women. If we don't grab a hold of them quickly, they'll soon be viewing pornography on a regular basis, and misogyny really starts to set in. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look up that word. It's incumbent upon us as Black men in relationships to our responsibility and accountability to Black women to have our voices out there. If we want men to have a transformational experience, which is how we believe they become better men, it's by grabbing their hearts. And most of that we do by sharing experiences with one another and being transparent. We need to keep this thing going, and we need men like you, Terry, to keep speaking to our young brothers. They will listen. Cruz. It feels like all the things I've ever done in my life and career have brought me to this point where I can speak and have people hear me. That's why I'm so thankful for people like you, Tony, that we can actually have this conversation. I'm unifying with you. So everybody hates Chris. I like that show, but I didn't like. I don't know. I'm gonna want to cuff with it. I wasn't 100%. Oh my God, people are recording the screenshots of being said. Oh, I'm catching up on y'all stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all. Last year, I lived in that other neighborhood. I did not hear fireworks on the 4th of July. When did I get to the 400 club? What are y'all saying? I'm not at the 400 club. I'm at 360 something. So Daryl Caesar is a big promoter. So I'm not count. Oh, I stand corrected. Well, that is weird. Mm, I just saw that too, Living Doll. I just saw that too. I was at 366 when we started tonight. Okay, I can't right now. I would be too. I'm about to go get me a Martha. I can't understand you folks. Like, I can't keep up with you people. There's no way you go from like 360 to 401 in one live. Well, I'm not claiming 400 until I get to 440 because the 40 people that came in between when I started and when I finished is gonna disappear when they finish with their thumbs down stuff. No one's the shit here. Don't listen to false prophecies. They want you to break out of your humbleness. Yeah. Wait a second. Yo, Sharice. Cousin Sharice said, who has 41 accounts? Please step up. You know, there are times when I just have to be on this YouTube, like, like what the hell? I'm not claiming nothing. I gotta get me a Martha. I'll be right back. Look, Nugget, you ain't been barking. Don't start no barking shit now. Stay over here with me. Uh-huh. I would listen. I don't know how many other accounts Sky has, but she ain't got no damn 41 accounts. So I'm not gonna account that. Even though uh I'm just saying, like, y'all up here, see, we watching the wrong stuff. This article was about men supporting women. And it's an important article because at least when I read it, I missed the pornography thing because I was on a train. So probably when I got back, I missed that whole paragraph. Miss Rod is like, fuck it, I'm unsubbing everyone until I get to the truth. Oh, let me just point out for my hater gators. This is a Martha, and right here on the label, it says non-alcoholic. So do not be talking about me on the YouTuber drinking and carrying on. I don't know. I don't even think I had 360. I think I just had three. It was like 360 or three. It was some stupid ass 3 something number. But you know what's so funny? When you end the video will tell you how many new subscribers you got in the video. No, we ain't out nobody. We didn't out anybody. It's just like we know she come on, she's got the cooking channel and a couple other channels. So we know she got a couple other channels. But the question is, I don't know, but you know, the other topic this earlier, Angela, had to do with people showing up and showing out. Women. And me just saying that we should be doing better than that. We should do better. Well, shit. If that's helping my competition with those other numbers, so be it. I'm not even mad because it's some sad shit to just come to somebody. Like, if you don't like somebody, like who believes it in this day and age, right? Let's treat this like this is your home. Who believes you could just roll up in somebody's house? Like, it's like fucking unheard of. And just be like, oh, it's your house. You got doors, but I can still get in. No one should be a hater. This is what maybe because I'm animated about people when they just are messy and putting misinformation out there, that I don't convey to y'all that some of this stuff is just ridiculous. Some of this stuff is just ridiculous here. But Angela, you have to watch it soon because I'm gonna do a chops and I'm gonna start with the reading. Yeah, that's how we go down on these YouTube streets these days. Because if they are filming and recording for whatever purposes that they're doing that for, y'all go right. Y'all do y'all. If that makes y'all happy. But it's some sick shit to do. You have not, besides the one video when I caught you playing a video that I put on lockdown, I have never went and played anybody's video. I don't know. I'm gotta look for my Slexing one. I think it's still in the hamper when I came back from the laundry. I didn't hang up all the clothes. Well, my shirt did say hashtag subscribe. But I don't think that's what it was. And I wasn't watching all that stuff. And the article, if I ever could have really got to it without having all the drama beforehand with it, it is a powerful message. It first tells us that the Me Too movement had a whole different meaning to it, and it was founded by a black woman. And like I said before, they took it and used it against a black man for a whole bunch of white women. And I didn't want to be like white and black, but those are the facts. No one has, you would have to come up with 41 email addresses, 41 telephone numbers, and everything else to establish an account. Well, I don't know who they are. I just guess occasionally. I see them around occasionally, but that's just crazy. Um, no, I guess I want to say one more thing. Did we get rid of my bigger promoters around here? I think Angela showed up and Daryl disappeared. Eric Brown is still here. But I'm going to have to really rethink all of this negativity and how to rise above it. I'm going to really have to try to rise above it. Oh, really? I don't know. The Roscoe Biko train said you couldn't do that. And that's why he had so much problems when he was making the 10 channels. I'm sorry to hear this. You may have said enough anyway, but I didn't have time to go back, and I meant to go back and look at the reason why the chat the chat bothers me because it moves up, and I keep telling y'all things that move. If I can't manipulate how it moves, I can't watch it because it messes with my brain injury, my head injury from the car accident. It just does something, and it's like a seizure type effect that I have. So I don't do. That's why I went behind the avatar to read, because scrolling up, it's just like a weakness. It's like having a stutter, and you don't want people to know your weak spot, and it's something that you're subconscious about. But these folks around here just do, y'all too much. Y'all too much for no reason. Like this is just too much for no reason. So I will say this one thing. This is your opportunity if you're just hanging out in the parking lot and got something that you want to correct that I said wrong. You could do one or two things. You could drop me an email, and you can come on. I double dog dare you, or triple dog dare you to come on a live to present your side, to just put this shit all to bed. Or you could come in the chat now and just say what it is that you think I misspoke about you, about, or clarify anything that you want to clarify, or just show me that you're ready for it because you're here for it. Because it's bad to just be sitting inside the sidelines over there talking about you ready for something over in somebody else's stuff when you know that is not good grounds. Like, who does that? No one baits somebody in somebody else's yard. So I'll just say that. Scott's like, I'll figure this out now. Because otherwise, there's really nothing else to be said. You got an enemy, an enemy combatant in your inner court. And honestly, when that reveals itself, or you really get a handle on it, I'm just gonna be sitting back here saying, "Oh, it's all right." No hard feelings, because I don't have any, because I seen them at play long before they got to you. I watched how they moved. Mm-hmm. Who thumbs down your cooking videos? We love you too, Angela. Oh Lord. I seen all kinds of cooking here. You know what? I see a lot of things here that I don't like, right? But when I'm looking at stuff, I kid y'all not, I go back and find the positive thing. It's the weirdest shit. I go back and I will find the positive thing. So even if you cooking with all the wrong ingredients and got a flat, got a flat circle pizza pan with a fucking meatloaf on it, I'm trying to find the positive in your video. Like, I've seen people criticize other people's videos. Like, that to me is a fair critique, because a meatloaf is supposed to look a certain way. It's not supposed to look like a slice of Sicilian pizza. Okay, everyone knows that about a meatloaf. So that was a fair critique. That you could say, that was fair use. But when you up here frying fucking steak inside, I'm not gonna go there. But we all, like, I seen so much shit here. I just be like, people that live in glass houses cannot throw stones at other people. It's sad as hell. I mean, I seen shit. I just be like, oh man. You can hate food though, because some ways some people make some shit here. Come on now, please, 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 please. Everyone is not going to like you on this shit. Everyone is not gonna like you. But I don't know. Sky said she changed her. She was changing her style. She was doing a little bit more healthier food to go with her diabetes. That's, at least that's what she said to me. I haven't seen any of the new dishes. that's come out. But what I appreciate the most about Sky's cooking channel is that she's given technique. So it's like, and not for nothing, I feel like she's her most, I see her as being most comfortable there on that platform, in that segment of all the things that she does. It's like Chef Sky. Tell them which. I know it has chef in the title, but she's most comfortable in that environment, even down to making a tuna fish. What was you making? Eggs? No, what was it? It was oh, she made the one with the noodles. So with the tuna fish. What do you call that stuff? It's not like tuna salad. Maybe it is tuna salad. It was what's the one, macaroni salad. She made a salad with the tuna fish or whatever, but it was down to like she gave you a tip on how to get the eggshells out. Like it was just informative. Yeah, it was. Oh, you just made tuna. That was it. It was no egg. No, you had something inside the pot because you put the egg inside of it. So you had to have macaroni, like the macaroni or something on the other side. But it was the other techniques. It was like boiling the egg. It was techniques with the cooking. So I found that to be very helpful. And keep up the good work there, because that's something that other channels are not putting out there. Yeah, that was it. The spin the egg tip. Man, I'm like, oh, so you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I have to look because I went looking for it. And the only other channel I saw her with was the ones where it was just like the ones that are supposed to be like roasting people. So anything else I don't know about. And the one roast, the one time it was roasting somebody, it was Iran. Yes, you did. Yeah, there it is. Sky's the chef. Sky's the limit, the chef. Yeah, that's it. Um, so that's crazy. No, but it wasn't just that. It was the one we were cutting when she was doing the knife cutting thing. Now you should see me rocking my knife. I'd be like, rock it. Because I've been holding it at the top. I wasn't holding like that. I was like, oh, these knives really are nice now. You should see me. I'm like, oh, Momo, it's your birthday. Get busy. Oh. Onions have never been the same in my kitchen. So it's just, it's simple things like that. Only thing I don't do is wash my hands like she do. She be all up in it. The arm be like, she come back. She be having this thing on her head, everything. Like, I be like, oh shit, she came in the kitchen to do some damage. Don't start with vitamin A. Because I was over there today when Eric Brown entered the room. I was like, good. Because if this guy be like, talk to me, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, what's over there? Yeah, vitamin A. What's the bankhead bounce? I don't know. I was just doing that thing with the knife. Like, ah. Me too, Miss Rada died. I've been reading a lot of bullshit. I don't know what y'all reading. I'm gonna have to read the same shit too. Well, I'm glad you came out, and I was glad to see you out Friday night. Since you know we just changed the subject. Uh, I was glad to see you out Friday night because you just needed to be out and about on a town and don't hide. It's always good to laugh. That's what the YouTube should. The YouTube. This should be an environment where you're just laid back and easy, and that's about it. I don't know. I'm gonna take a couple evenings off. I will be back tomorrow morning because I owe Jason that respect for his shop, and I'll figure out something. I know what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow morning. Phone sex. 30-minute conversation about phone sex. Be there or be square. 7 to 7:30 Eastern time. Yeah, it's worthless. Like I missed the whole good point of my article. Because of nonsense. So Mo knows this and Mo knows that. Daryl, Mo cannot claim the 400 club until I get to like 440 because I've been ever since I crossed over to like 300, I've been very curious not to claim it until it was like a sound number, because if you could get 40 likes and 40 subs in one night, you can lose them same 40 subs in the same night. So I am just going to safely say I'm crossing into the 400 zone. And when I get to like 440 or 450, I feel comfortable saying I'm there. Then I'll be there. I don't do the false. I don't have. I have no desire to think more of myself when it doesn't make sense. This is a discussion for tomorrow in the AM, 7 a.m. to 7:30. Come with your phone sex combo, whatever. I need to understand this. I just had a whole conversation with somebody today, and they was like, whatever. So that will be my conversation in the morning. I'm like, and y'all know I had a stupid question. I said, well, when does it ever turn to real sex? Oh shit. You know what, y'all? I wasn't even thinking about so this has that conversation. I wasn't see this when I tell you stuff got to transfer from short-term memory into long-term memory. It has nothing to do with people here on YouTube. I had a conversation with a girlfriend of mine today, and she told me about a phone sex encounter, and she left my fucking mouth like speechless. I was just like, and she was like, "Stop acting like you got virgin ears." Oh God, I hate the fact I can't tell nobody anything. I'm just like, girl, don't tell me this stuff. I said, now I gotta run and tell my other friends. She said, "You just gonna tell me you gonna tell other people?" Yes, I'm gonna go tell other people. Who does that? So that is hey Jason. I was just talking about you, what the topic tomorrow morning was gonna be. Is it how you keep your good man? Is that how you get a man today? Like what? How do you get a man? just was like, no, she's grown. I mean, I don't. Listen, Daryl, if you be pumping up that other situation any further, I'm gonna be really mad at you. Leave that stuff alone. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say to you. I don't know what angle you're going in, but leave that stuff alone. And I've asked you nicely now. What? I guess he was FT. Yo, y'all are killing me. If you got FT, it can be all good. Okay, the Empire is spoken for us. Oh no. Oh my God. I don't even know. Yeah, because I know people ain't doing shit in these hangouts. Man, if you doing anything in the hangouts, you in trouble. The hangouts is what encouraged me to give out my real number. I'm like, this is my real government. Cause it's like I don't even want to be in a hangout. The hangout is only good for a group conversation. Yes, because I asked that question too. Oh wow. Well, dude, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into how she met the guy or whatever, but it's like you don't even really know the dude, and y'all having phone sex. I said the same thing, Miss Coleman. So you have to check in the morning because I got all the details of how that went down. That's what we're gonna discuss. I'm just like, so, and then my retarded ass was like, how is that fulfilling? I think Jason could just sit there, just be like, do what it do, baby. Do what it do. It's going down in the DM. Oh, so you was trapped? He got me too. Oh my OMG. I can't right now. I really can't. That's the conversation for the morning. So if you're daring enough to share anyone's experience, so please do not come in the chat. So let me pre-warn you. Do not come in the chat and say me, something, something, something else. Pretend it's your friend, even if it's you. You know, white lies are okay. And these are the times when white lies are good. When you can drop a white lie. No one's going to be mad at you for dropping a white lie. A little white lie will not hurt you. Jason, you cannot be inside the chat tomorrow morning talking about you got cornered on the boat and someone rocked your world. Anyway, I will check y'all out in the morning. I'll see y'all later. And a special thanks to Angela Mills. You showed up at the right time because I was being too polite. So this is Mo, and I gotta go.